Here are 10 things you probably didn't know about Shaman King. I'm Shady from the Shaman tribe, and make sure you help us become 1,000 strong, so subscribe to the Shaman tribe. Join us like how Lyserg and Chokolov joined Yo on his journey to the Patch village. Speaking of which, let's go straight to fact number 1. Censorship. The name Chokolov was censored in the Viz version due to his potentially offensive name and his appearance being an exaggerated visualization of African American stereotypes in animation, that being the full thick lips. His lips have been censored in the Viz and Kodansha Complete Edition. His name has also been changed to Joko. In the Shaman King 2021 anime, they censored his lips, which was not surprising because it's overall best for business. Number 2. Original name. Interestingly, the original name was not supposed to be Shaman King. Instead, it was supposed to be called Shaman the Trance Fighter, which was revealed in the Shaman King fanbook. This is where they fight whilst in a trance, a more literal take on the shamanistic rituals of getting into an altered state of consciousness to interact with spirits. The character designs and many names of the side characters were different as well, like how Tao Jun was known as Now. Heck, the initial designs of the protagonist did not resemble Yo at all. Number 3. The mangaka. The author and mangaka of Shaman King, Hiroyuki Take, only created the story of Shaman King after creating the characters. He strongly believes that stories can only have substance when you have strong original characters. He was asked why write a story about shamans. He replied how he wanted to do something completely original and different to the norm. The upcoming Shaman King video that we will be releasing about the religion, culture, and drugs in Shaman King, we will go into detail about how he used ideas from various sources to inspire his creation of the story. Take, alongside Eiichiro Oda, who is the author of One Piece, were assistants on the classic Rurouni Kenshin. Take has also had a notable collaborative project with Marvel's Stan Lee in 2008, where Stan Lee wrote the story and Take illustrated the series, Mechanical Boy Ultimo. That's really not something you hear that often, is it, guys? Most of the cover art of the original manga volumes, 32 to be precise, have secret coding that indicates the volume number, where a line equals the number 1 and 0 or O equals the number 10. For example, volume 1 art has a line on Yo's forehead and volume 4 has 4 lines on Yo's neck. Volume 7 has 7 lines on his fingers, and so on. Let's go even further. Volume 15 has 3 lines, an O and 2 lines, which equals 15 on Yo's Futsu no Mitami. Volume 19 has an O and 9 lines. Somewhere in that detail of Sorazon Revoir art, while Chokolov has a O, a line, another O, and another line on his forehead on volume 22. The pattern continues, just look out for them. Some are really hard to find, you have to look very carefully to find these little details. So have fun, guys. Number 4. Cameos. Shaman King had notable cameos. In the 2001 anime, we had Team Sabbath, which is an obvious homage to the famous late 60s rock band Black Sabbath. The music cameos doesn't stop there. In chapter 180 in the Shaman King manga, we find out how one of Yo's favorite musicians is called Soul Bob. Many have pointed out that this could be a possible homage to the late Bob Marley. The best musical cameo was that of the King of Pop himself, making a shocking appearance. In the manga, we saw a character that has an uncanny resemblance to Michael Jackson. Another cameo in the 2001 series was a really surprising one. There was a team participating in the Shaman tournament named LTC, a clever play on TLC. This is the famous tables, ladders and chairs match we see in WWE. This match was made famous because 3 of the best tag teams in wrestling history, the members of Team LTC, look strikingly familiar to the wrestlers such as Edge, Matt Hardy and Bubba Ray, who represent the 3 tag teams of the Hardy Boys, Edge and Christian, and of course the Dudley Boys. All 3 teams were in the first ever TLC match. It gets even weirder as the spirits accompanying Tamao, Ponchi and Conchi are inspired by the American cartoon Ren and Stimpy. Number 5. Name inspiration. How Asakura is based off the most well-known mystic Abe no Seimei from the Heian period in Japan. How is the author of a magical book called Chou Senji Yaraketsu, clearly inspired by Seimei's Senji Ryaketsu. They also share facts about their lives, such as their mother being called a demon fox and their ability to create oni since they were very young. There are plenty of visual references, such as the original version of How dressing in classic onmyoji attire and the 5-star pentagram. Lyserg is heavily inspired from the fictional private detective Sherlock Holmes. The green plaid cap, is a dead giveaway. But Lyserg Ditho's name is based off lysergic acid dithylamide, otherwise known as LSD or acid. Funnily enough, the kanji for how Asakura translates to Cannabis King. More detail on these in the religion, culture and drugs in Shaman King video, so stay tuned for that one. Apart from Yo and Hao's group, every shaman participating in the second round have a theme specific to their team. Each team will represent a popular Japanese institute and their members are the popular brands within that institute. For example, all the members of the Gandhara group, which is manga only, are based on Japanese supermarkets. The Iceman members are based off Japanese ice cream brands. Team Niles are based off Japanese snack brands, and so forth. Number 6. Merchandise. Thanks to Konami and 4Kids, we have had Shaman King games, some exclusively to Europe and North America, such as Shaman King Master of Spirit #1 and Shaman King Master of Spirits 2, released on the Game Boy Advance, as well as Shaman King Power of Spirit, which was released on the PS2. Yo and Anna themselves have appeared as selectable characters for Jump Superstars, released for the Nintendo DS in 2005, whilst Hao appeared as a support character in that game. I think we can all agree that popular anime series like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh and Dragon Ball all have card games dedicated to them because they are so popular. Well, Shaman King was no different back in the day. This series also had its own card game, with Blockbuster having the exclusive rights to sell the cards in their stores. Number 7. The endings to the Shaman King anime as well as the manga. The Shaman King anime consisted of 64 episodes airing from 2001 to 2004, and the manga's first run was between 1998 and 2004. Both the manga and the anime had a premature and rushed ending in 2004. The Shaman King 2001 anime adaptation caught up to the manga by the second story arc. So the third and fourth story arc are essentially anime only, and the endings of the 2001 anime and the manga are completely different. Take was originally a supervisor for the 2001 anime, but he became really busy, so he wasn't able to. Shaman King was gaining a lot of traction, which was its biggest downfall. Take ended Shaman King not because it was doing bad in sales or anything, he just didn't like what his series had become. He didn't want to make a typical shonen, he wanted to be different. However, as Shaman King grew in popularity, the series was becoming increasingly mainstream and more like a typical shonen. Everything Take wanted to avoid. The original run of Shaman King, serialized in Shonen Jump, had 32 volumes and a total number of 285 chapters. However, in July 2020, Comixology and Kodansha announced that they would publish the 35 volumes of the new complete edition of the manga digitally starting in July 2020. However, it was delayed to October of the same year. Kodansha also announced that they will release the series physically in 11 3-in-1 omnibus editions that will be released between 2021 and 2022. The first 2 volumes will be published on March 16 and April 13, 2021. If you guys didn't know already, Shonen Jump has lost the rights for Shaman King and it is currently owned by Kodansha. And Take has not stopped there. He has been continuously pumping out Shaman King content with the sequel series of Shaman King Flowers and Shaman King the Superstar, as well as side stories which expand on the main and the side characters such as Shaman King Zero, Shaman King Red Crimson and Shaman King Marcos, just to name a few. If you want to know the best way to read Shaman King, watch out for an upcoming video where we will give the Shaman tribe order. Number 8. Hana Asakura. Many casual fans of Shaman King only know of the anime in 2001, but did you know that Yo and Anna have a child and their son is the main protagonist of the sequel series Shaman King Flowers and then later on Shaman King the Superstar? Hana Asakura is 13 when Yo and Anna are 28, with many speculating that Hana's conception was the night before Yo and his friends left for America. Number 9. Culture. Horo represents the Ainu, who are an indigenous to Japan's northern island of Hokkaido. They were forced to forget their culture, history and traditions because of a law passed in 1899 where the government delegitimized indigenous people. It wasn't until 1997, a year before Shaman King's release, where that 1899 act was repealed. This likely inspired his character inception. Horo is most likely from a town called Biratori, where an important Ainu population actually lives. The dam tied to Horo's tragic backstory also exists in real life and is called the Nibutani Dam, When building the dam, it put the government against the local Ainu landowners. Tackling industrialization at the expense of nature is the foundation of Horohoro's dream. The Asakura family have three of Japan's biggest religions within their ranks, as the Asakura family believe in Onmyodo. Mikihisa, who married into the family, believes in the teachings of Shugendo, whilst Anna, who eventually marries Yo, comes from the Shinto faith. It can be argued that these marriages were political and a power play by the Asakura family to strengthen their ranks. Most of the places where the Shaman King prelims took place actually exist. Also, do you guys know that at least 23 different nationalities were represented by the end of the Shaman tournament in the Shaman King manga? That's insane! Before I go into fact 10, here's a little bonus fact for you guys as a little thank you for watching this video. Bonus fact. Are you ready? Ryu's hair. Ryu had 7 hairstyles throughout Shaman King. How many hairstyles did you think he had? How many bottles of hair gel do you think he had? Or even hairspray that he has gone through? Are the hairdressers his true best price? I'll let you guys answer that in the comments. Now let's get on to fact number 10. Religion. The Asakura family made a strong power play, and the marriage between Yo and Anna could be seen as a political marriage to get the two biggest faiths from Japan, with Yo being from the Onmyodo faith and Anna being from the Shinto faith. On top of that, Mikihisa represents the Shugendo faith, as Amidomaru's name and attack is a nod towards Buddhism. In the Shaman King sequel series, it is suggested that the previous Shaman Kings included the Prophet Muhammad, Jesus, and Buddha. The myth for the golem in the manga is taken from the Talmud, which is a fundamental text in Judaism. An image of Jesus on the cross is there and was censored by Viz during the fight between Yo and Faust. The X-Laws each have their guardian ghosts representing the archangels from the Bible. The X in the name X-Laws is the Roman numeral for number 10. Therefore, the name X-Laws refers to the 10 commandments. Even though it was exclusive to the 2001 anime, the Gate of Babylon storyline was inspired by the biblical conqueror of Jerusalem around 600 BC. In the manga, you have the Gandra organization, who are literally a Buddhist pacifist organization where the guardian ghosts are all bodhisattvas. And there you have it, guys. 10 facts about Shaman King. If there are any facts or trivia that I may have missed, please let me know in the comment section down below. Which one of these facts do you find the most interesting or shocking? And are you excited for the new Shaman King anime being released? Stay tuned for more Shaman King content and join our Shaman tribe as we make our journey to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.